Alright lads, so it's finally time for us to check out the end of year characters, the grand review of how good or potentially bad these characters are going to be. We already checked out the fillers, the banner itself looks pretty decent. I was expecting a tad bit more, but let's see what these new characters have to bring into the game at Bleach Brave. So starting off with Toshiro. So far from what we have seen, we broke down the gameplay yesterday. These characters are great. I'm just hoping they're a tad bit special, right? Are they worth going for? Are they broken? Is this going to perfectly encapsulate the end of the year for 2022? Let's find out. So Toshiro, right? Technique character, melee strong attack type. All attacks have freeze, and he does have a new skill. When you complete the gauge effect, it looks like you're going to heal 30% of your HP. That's going to be good because, again, he's going to easily fill that gauge up quite quick. And then we did see that this character wants to potentially stay at full stamina, so it's nice that he has that passive way to heal. Looking at the killer, though. Okay, hold on. Squad 0, that's a weird one, but it's a double killer. We'll take it. That's not too bad. He is a Soropa killer. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. I think the technique attribute does need a good Soropa killer. Uppercut and Uryu are still great, but we need something broken, potentially like this Toshiro. I was hoping they would get 2 killers, so that's a good sign. This is actually off to a good start, right? Other than that, though, 12% recharge soul trait. We can see here when you do complete the gauge, you get the normal standard stuff, 100% berserker, and also 50% damage taken. It's kind of funny I say standard, but that's actually, again, still really good, especially with what we have here, right? He does have these stats on spiritual pressure boost. Interesting. We did say it didn't show it in the gameplay. That sometimes happens. But looks great thus far, right? There's damage output, spiritual pressure, and the gauge. That's the first time we've seen that, right? Besides Aizen. So this character looks strong. Doesn't do anything too new. Is actually the arena character, the banner, so I kind of like that. But we can see here, Sprinter +2. That's great. When at full stamina, which again, he's going to easily be able to keep since he does have the healing effect with the gauge effects. You're going to get the 40% strong attack damage. Alongside that, you also have a damage inflicted at full stamina. So essentially like 60% more damage when at full stamina. And then in combination with that, you have the spiritual pressure boost, but Bombardment +1, so he does have Bombardment and also Berserker +40%. Alongside that, Marauder, Debilitator +5, and also Complete Stat Immunity is making him already looking to be one of the better technique characters in the game, potentially the best technique character in the game. And I do like they were given special treatment here, getting double killer. That was something that Retsu and Kenpachi were lacking last year. That was kind of hopeful they would pick up. And while I would have preferred a better second killer, I think at least he has 2. If he only had Squad 0 killer, that would be a problem. But the Soropa is definitely nice. And the Squad 0, I guess, is just like a little bonus. You can use him in Guild Quest there, right? But yeah, he looks definitely strong. Going to be great in Arena 2. Next up, though, we have KANAME. So it does appear that he is going to have the team party buff for your heart characters, where you're going to be increasing everyone's movement speed by 30%. He is a range strong attack character. Really? That's not bad. I was hoping for Holo Killer. Why? So Toshiro is getting the special treatment. As if Toshiro, like, everyone was going to go for Toshiro anyway. But Toshiro is given the special treatment, getting 2 killers. That's kind of weird how they've been doing that. They did that to Yama. Okay, at least his killer in this particular case isn't too bad. Currently can be used for IT. We have the no affiliation IT going on right now. So the big question is he going to go for Iron Skin? And is he going to be a character designed to farm IT? Let's find out. So freeze duration, Sprinter +1, Havoc +20%, does have Frenzy 2, and is the Super Mind Linkster character. Doesn't go through Iron Skin, and unfortunately doesn't even have an increased chance of inflicting a stats on, unfortunately, but he is going to be your ultimate farmer, right? What we can see is that you are getting the extra droplets, links or potions, and also super links or potions. So ultimate farmer for the heart attribute. That's nice to see KANAME get that treatment, especially for those KANAME fans out there. And look, he's going to be a good team supporter, buffing their strong attack damage by 20%. That goes for himself too, and also movement speeds. Damage output, he looks quite decent. Frenzy +2, and also the extra 20% SAD is not something like super crazy, but it's good enough. And remember, he does have a good strong attack kit. Many that SA2, that's going to be great for inflicting stats elements. So his damage is going to be very consistent. Again, would have liked to see increased stats element chance, but I think his overall gameplay movement isn't going to be that bad. And at the very least, you can also just use him in epic raids, for example. He's going to be great there. He is actually going to be a bonus. They are now adding new characters to rerun epic raids, which is nice. So overall, KANAME isn't too bad. Looking again very solid. No affiliation killer. Who is he competing with for the heart attribute? I'm kind of curious right now. Is it just Nini? That's not too bad, to be fair. And again, poor CN, bro. Like, CN got only super links or potion, and now we have this character here with 03. It's kind of sad to see what happened to CN. But lastly, we have Sajin. Let's see it. So, oh, Okay, so we see here, only in Brave Battles you do get Flurry +1, but there is a catch to it. It's only going to be for the first 10 seconds. Kind of weird how they've done that. It's not really a big deal because most games end within the first 10 seconds. And again, this character is going to be quite toxic. And he has 2 killers. Why have they done Kaname dirty? Why does everyone have 2 killers? What? Why does everyone have 2 killers but Kaname? In his case, though, Sajin's toxic. Sajin is toxic, so no affiliation killer and also human. So he's the Chad counter. I don't think Chad needed to be countered, but okay, he is going to be countering Chad and also Yuha Baha at the same time. Sajin is going to wreck Brave Battles, is a 20% DR, is immune to paralysis and also drain, which is what Yuha inflicts. At the same time, if we ever get a mirror match with a Sajin versus Sajin, it's not going to come down to who inflicts status moments first, right? So that is definitely future-proofing him for the future, that he is immune to paralysis. But again, keep in mind, he isn't immune to weakening, so you could potentially weaken him, but there's no really good Brave Battle character now that can inflict weakening, so it's not that big of a deal. But what we can see here is that he does have the set standard stuff, right? Seems like he's lacking a lot of skills for normal PvE content, but he was given Guard Break at the very least. What we can see here is that he does have Flurry +2 with Bruiser +20%. That's good. And again, for the first 10 seconds, you're going to get that Flurry +3, right? You are going to be doing a lot of damage in those first 10 seconds. Does go for invincibility, does have Prevent Last Ditch, and also does take 50% less damage under 50%. Under half stamina. So this is definitely looking to be like a very good Brave Battle character that's going to fit right nicely in your Yuha and potential chat teams, for example. I don't think this character, despite having Guard Break, is getting much use in PvE content. You could potentially use him in Guild Quest because he does have 2 killers, no affiliation in human. And definitely is going to be a tankier side because he does have 20% DR. So yeah, looking like a very solid Brave Battle character. I'm kind of liking that we're seeing more Brave Battle characters have 2 killers. Firstly, we had Chad 3 months ago, and now we have this particular Sajin. Just a tad bit sad to see some favoritism. That Kaname didn't get a second killer. Or could have been the Hollow killer. Could have been no affiliation and Hollow, and that would have made him overall better. So yeah, overall, these 3 characters are definitely great. I do like the fact they did get special treatment in terms of their killers. It makes it feel like an end of year banner. Double killers are always great. Obviously, it's kind of annoying though. Kaname didn't get a double killer. Like, why? Like, I guess it's because he's the farming character, but still, come on. Like, if you're going to get the other 2 characters double killer, you give Kaname double killer, right? So, Toshiro looks great. I know there's going to be people complaining about him not having the status up boost. I mentioned it in the video too. But honestly, when you actually play with the character, it's not going to be that big of a deal, especially because he already has a high damage output, regardless of the spiritual pressure boost. Frenzy +1 with basically 80% Berserker, the extra 20% full stam, and also the gauge effect too. That's going to be just overlapping each other where you're getting 100% Berserker, right? So Toshiro is definitely probably the best technical character in the game. I don't think even probably, I think he can definitely just hold that title right now before even release. But when he does inflict the status and he does get these spiritual pressure boosts, he's going to go even crazier, just having ridiculous amounts of damage and also just very smooth gameplay because he does have Uryu's kit. So the Beam SA1, Lunge SA2, very good range, and also a full screen SA3, right? So Toshiro, great character. Great character. Kaname, again, I would have preferred an increased chance of inflicting status elements because he is a farming character. And I don't think farming characters are bad. I would rather prefer my favorite character get the farming treatment because it means I'm going to be able to use them everywhere. And in Kaname's case, he's farming droplets, links or potions, super links or potions. Gonna have a very easy time doing that, especially with Frenzy +2 and also the fact that he does have the tracking vortex. You're going to be constantly inflicting status elements anyway, and you are healing back up to full stamina because you do have drain on every attack. At the same time, buffing your team's movement speed and also strong attack damage is great because you are going to be using the co-op quite a bit. So we have a very good, powerful, broken SP character, best in the attribute with this Toshiro. We have a very good farming character, just very good character in general with Kaname, and then we basically have the best Brave Battle character in the game here, being a counter to both Yuha and also Chad. But at the same time, again, Brave Battles have got to commend it. It's not a bad thing. He's easily counterable. There's already counters in the game. You don't need to pull him. Like, he's not going to be that big of a threat. But if you do have him and you want to use Sergeant and Brave Battles, you definitely can do that. And you'll have a fun time doing it too. The banner itself, again, pretty decent. I do like that Yoruichi and Soifon here. But as already mentioned in my video previously today, regarding the banner, it would have been significantly more better if all the fillers were Sapphire. And that's what it should have been. That's what it should have been. So if you don't want to summon because you're not interested in the characters, fair enough. Fair enough. You can save. You can start saving for Burn the Witch and whenever the next Flowers Nearby banner is. But these 3 characters are great. They're definitely worth summoning for if you want them. I'm definitely going to be summoning. So let me know what you'd like to think about these characters in the comments below. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.